Can the king move? Like, why can't he go to G1? Why can't he go right there?
Bishop, the other bishop is blocking.
Okay, and can anybody capture it?
No.
Checkmate. So the check turns into a checkmate, and that's it. Okay.
What if we brought out our queen into the game?
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, so where should we put it? And then we can put our rook on the open line. So where do we want to put our queen?
At D5.
Is D5 safe?
No.
Okay, let's find a safe square.
How about D4?
D4 looks great.
Okay, so Dante, why were you saying you thought that white was winning?
Because both kings are castled, but the white has more pieces developed.
Okay, all right. White has more pieces developed, but it is black's move, right? So white has had the advantage of an extra half of a move because he got a chance to make his side of the move, but black didn't get his chance yet. So once black gets his chance, he'll be able to get another piece out. Like maybe he'll play bishop to G4, pinning the knight, right?
All right, we could take a pawn on C2. So at the very least, we get a pawn here, but we want to see if we can do better first. Okay, do you think we can win the pawn on E4 very easily?
Yeah.
How?
No, well, no, the rook.
Right, so he's kind of hard because we don't have a good way to attack him. Rook C4 isn't safe, moving our bishop up isn't safe, so it's hard to get another attacker on that pawn, so we'll count him out as well. Okay, pawn on D6, do we have a good way to attack that guy?
How to make threats? Let's pay attention to his king. So in the previous position, he attacked the queen, we attack the queen. Here, he attacked the queen, we make a checkmate threat. Let's make a checkmate threat.
An interesting move has been suggested by Ian. He said king e2. King e2. What's the idea, Ian? What will happen after d takes e?
It's a tactic with rook h8 check, queen h1 check, and queen h7. But the idea was mainly just to use
Very good,
that
absolutely correct idea. Rook h8, bishop h8, and then queen h1. And black is unable to defend h7 square, and thanks to this intermediate move, rook h8, black got a bishop to h8, so rook 8 does not work easily, right? Because of queen h7 and queen h8.
If king e5, and then they play king d7, and you play king f5, I think king f5 is a blunder. Because
once we get to king f5, it seems like they can play g4.
Because once you take with the pawn, they can push h4.
Yeah. So when the king's on f5, if g4 and we take with the pawn, they could play h4.
Right? They would much rather have it centralized near d4, putting pressure on our f6 pawn. But they wanted the free pawn, so they went there anyway. So if it were me, I don't think I would want to spend the time to force them back, because they want to go back anyway. The a pawn could be a good target at some point because, you know, it would be on a semi-open file, but I wouldn't want to do it right away because it's protected for now, right? And it could just give them a good reason to push the pawn, go a4, and maybe start getting some more dangerous pass pawn. So it feels kind of away from what our plan should be.
Okay, instead of pawn f5, what's the best move for black right now?
Queen takes bishop.
Yeah, no bishop. Yeah. Yes. The queen takes the knight. It's a free knight right now. So you missed that move. So be careful next time. Taking there is not a good choice. Justin, because the rook can take your knight for free. Okay.
And the knights can take.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, can we find this move here that's stalemate? So think about it. The king needs to not be able to move to all three of these squares, right? Where do we put the rook so that the king can't move to all three? Julio.
G7.
Correct. Rook G7 is a
Half
stalemate.
turn, right? Very good. Okay. Yes, Vincent, what's your idea?
This knight,
This knight, okay.
if this knight moves here, the queen will take, and if this queen moves here, and if this queen moves here, we can take this.
Very good. So Vincent thinks
And
that.
then, if
Okay.
this, and then if this king goes here, means we can take the king too.
All right. Very good. Very good. So obviously we can't take kings and chess. So Vincent, you said you like the knight.